My name is Arthur Hale. I'm 95 years old. And if there's one strange habit I've picked up after nearly a century of watching people, it's this. I don't look at their hands anymore. I watch their throat, because hands can lie. Faces can perform, but the throat. The throat tells you how a person is breathing while they speak. And breathing. That's where truth hides. Most people spend their entire lives reacting to noise. They chase loud voices. They argue with fools. They think volume equals power. It doesn't. The most dangerous person in any room is usually the quietest one. When I was 25, I believed the opposite. I thought authority meant being heard. I chased loud men. Worked under men who slammed tables, raised voices, filled rooms with heat. I thought that noise was leadership. I thought if I could just speak louder, faster, stronger, I'd finally matter. But all I was doing was announcing my insecurity to the world. Let me tell you something most people never figure out. Noise is not power. Noise is panic wearing a mask. A man who shouts is not in control. He is losing control. He's trying to scare the world into submission because deep down, he's afraid of being ignored. The real danger sits quietly, observing, waiting. At 95, I've learned to recognize a certain kind of voice. It's not loud. It's not aggressive. It's still, flat, controlled, final. A voice that doesn't ask, doesn't persuade, doesn't explain. It informs. You'll know it when you hear it, because it feels like something cold sliding down your spine, like a decision has already been made, and you're just now being told about it. I once knew a man who lost everything in a single afternoon. A business built over 30 years, gone. Betrayed by someone he trusted. Now most men would rage. Break something, make a scene. He didn't. He leaned forward, looked the man in the eyes, and said quietly, "I see. This is how your story ends." That was it. No shouting, no threats, just certainty. And I promise you, the whisper carried more danger than any scream I've ever heard. Because he wasn't reacting, he was calculating. That's the second thing you must understand. Dangerous people don't waste words. To them, words are ammunition, and they don't fire unless they intend to hit something. When I was younger, I talked too much, explained myself, defended myself, tried to win people over with logic and emotion. I thought more words meant more control. But the truth is, every extra word is a leak. You reveal your fears, your doubts, your weak points. The quiet ones, they let you talk. They let you expose yourself. And by the time they speak, they already know exactly where to aim. I learned this lesson the hard way. I was 40 at the peak of my arrogance. Nice suit, fast car, big voice. I walked into a negotiation thinking I owned the room. And for an hour, I performed. Numbers, strategies, confidence. I thought I was impressive. Across the table sat a man who barely moved, didn't interrupt, didn't nod, didn't react, just watched. Not my words, me. When I finally stopped, he leaned forward slightly, and in a voice so calm it felt unreal, he said, "You've spent an hour showing me exactly where you're afraid. Now I know how this ends." 3 sentences. That's all it took. He dismantled everything I built, without raising his voice even once. That day, I understood something that changed my life forever. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is data. And the most dangerous people in this world are the ones who can sit inside that silence comfortably. There's one more thing you need to understand. True power is detached. It isn't emotional. It doesn't need approval. When a predator hunts, it doesn't hate its prey. It's not angry. It's focused. Efficient, cold. And when you meet a human being who speaks to you without emotion, without needing you to agree, without needing to be liked, you are standing in front of someone who has removed ego from the equation. While you react, they decide. You're young. I can see it. That fire in your chest, that urge to prove yourself, to be heard, to win. But listen carefully, because this will save you years of regret. Your power is inversely proportional to your volume. The louder you are, the less control you have. The next time you feel anger rising, lower your voice. Force them to come closer. Make them listen. The next time you're certain you're right, say less. Let silence do the heavy lifting. The next time someone tries to provoke you, don't respond. Look at them. Hold your ground. Let them drown in the silence you create. Don't be a firework. Fireworks are loud, bright, impressive, gone in seconds. Be the ocean. Quiet on the surface, but capable of swallowing everything without warning. I've lived 95 years, and it took me more than half of that to learn how to stop talking long enough to actually see the world clearly. Most people never do. They go to their graves surrounded by noise, never realizing they missed the truth hiding in silence. So watch carefully. Listen deeply. And when you finally speak, make sure your tone carries weight. Not volume, because the world doesn't belong to the loud. It belongs to those who know exactly when to say nothing and exactly when to say everything. Remember this: the most important things in life: love, betrayal, truth, death, they are never shouted. They are whispered. And if you ever want to understand a person, don't watch their hands. Watch their throat. That's where the truth begins.